Thank you for joining us on the weekend edition of National Focus. I'm Jarna Hector. Coming up, the Honorable Prime Minister expounds on the upcoming PMH project. Dominica sympathizes with the People's Republic of China. And the Roseau Valley MP updates on projects in his constituency. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this.
Think water. Think life. Water refreshes, restores, cleans, and enhances growth. Potable water is a benchmark for development. DOWASCO is serious about its mandate to ensure easy access to potable water island-wide and provide sewage services for a cleaner environment. DOWASCO is your water and sewage company.
Thanks for staying with us. The groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of the new Princess Margaret Hospital will take place on August 8, 2016. This was confirmed on Thursday by the Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit. The Dominica leader was the guest on Focus on Government and Development radio program with Mervyn Paul. Honorable Skerrit describes the construction of the new facility as a positive development for Dominica.
The August 8th have been set for the groundbreaking ceremony for the commencement of the new National Hospital. That hospital, we believe, will allow us to improve and enhance the delivery of medical services to the population. Clearly, notwithstanding the best efforts of the doctors and nurses and the medical teams, the present state of the hospital, the PMH, is not sufficiently adequate to provide optimal care to all our citizens. And with an improved modern hospital, with state-of-the-art equipment, MRI and the associated works, will certainly enhance the abilities of the medical professional team to deliver medical services to our citizens. Of course, our attitudes must improve, our respect for patients and our respect for doctors and nurses must improve. There must be a good relationship between patients and those who are delivering the services. But we believe that it will be a very positive development to the completion of the PMH. And as I indicated publicly, we will be soliciting from the general public recommendations on a new name for the hospital and so forth, so that the public is part of the process.
In its 2014 manifesto, the DLP administration pledged to build a new, modern and well-equipped general hospital with the assistance of the People's Republic of China. In other news, on April 26, 2016, 4 contracts were signed by contractors of the Roseau Valley area to continue rehabilitation following Tropical Storm Erica. In an exclusive interview with GIS News on Thursday, Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Valley constituency, Dr. Colin McIntyre, noted that he is thrilled with the progress which contractors have made on these projects.
We had one in the Focan area where we were putting this retaining wall, where we had some excess flooding that eroded the edge and causing an edge failure. That one actually is about 95% complete. I must commend the contractors for really speeding up this process. So this one, and we're actually driving on the road like there's no edge failure again, just a little retaining wall to be built. That's the one of Curtis Luke and the folks at the valley there. Now we also had the one in the higher Bayak area where they're about, I would say, as Curtis Luke again, I would say they're just about 50% complete. They are coming up with that wall, finishing that wall down in Fokani, coming up with this wall. And we go to the Bayak area where they're working as well to, that's Mr. Alvin Charles, a larger project, a much larger retaining wall. I would put them at the rate of about, with my limited engineering skills from what I see there, I'd put them at about 35%, well, maybe about 40%.
The Honorable MP noted that the road edge reinstatement project in the T2 Gorge area, which is costing government over $137,000, is about 60% complete. Honorable McIntyre outlined a few other projects which he says are important to him and is critical for residents of the Roseau Valley. He mentioned the Cabanese Wall in Forkani as one of them.
A major edge failure there which we have to take care of. And of course, we almost completed the drawings of it and how we move with it. It's an important wall for Forkani and the entire valley, making sure that we don't cut it off. Of course, the dredging of that river to take care of the folks at the lower Coptal area there, as well as the Martin Allen area, as well as part of Forkani as well too. We must dredge that river because the riverbed is high, quite a bit of material there.
Also on the cards is the completion of the bridge connecting Trafalgar and Wharton Waven.
This is a bridge I really want open very soon, and I've been at it trying to get us to move along with putting in that center column which has to be modified to take the second panel of the bridge so we can have a bridge going across there.
The Honorable MP also mentioned that the rehabilitation of the Cochrane and Wharton Waven roads have commenced.
It's going to be done on a phase basis. Started with at least $529,000 project given to the Public Works Department, where they have started the excavation of that road, and in the reverse estate area we're excavating and we're going to be repairing the three main edge failures before we start looking at surfacing the road. Again, the budget would inform much more on that project. These are projects that we promised the people of Cochrane when we went to them requesting their support, and which they definitely pledged their support to us, and it was based on the mutual benefit and relationship. And I want to say to the people of Cochrane, I've kept my word. I've always kept my word to them. And I don't speak if I'm not sure. And I'm sure of this one, so I'm speaking now. People of Wharton Waven have given support as well too. I'm not saying because they gave support. We're looking at the country from a holistic point of view in terms of tourism. But when we say things to people, we mean it and we deliver on them. So in a nutshell, that's what's going on with the small projects and projects to come for the Roseau Valley network of, the roadways and whatnot coming up very soon.
Honorable McIntyre looks forward to the 2016-2017 national budget as he anticipates bigger things to come for the Roseau Valley constituency. In more news, the government of Dominica remains committed to the enhancement of the agriculture sector. The Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, speaking on Focus on Government and Development radio program on Thursday, indicated that the current administration has invested millions in the sector.
From provision of planting material to free technical assistance to subsidize and also free inputs for the farms, and also making direct cash donations to farmers to invest in the farm. Coupled with that, you also have the massive investments in feeder roads. We have spent our own resources on improving many feeder roads across Dominica, building new feeder roads in some parts of Dominica, and recently, as you would have remembered, we signed a over $20 million package with funds from the European Union under the banner company measures to improve feeder roads across Dominica. Those companies have been mobilized and work. They have been engaging local contractors in subcontracts, and we expect to see physical work started in the next few days and few weeks. And we believe that will certainly enhance the production on the farms, because people will have easier access to those farms in terms of transportation and other facilitation.
The Dominica leader believes these initiatives have increased the level of production on local farms. There are also efforts to source additional markets for Dominica's fresh produce.
There was a mission, as you'll have known, into the U.S. Virgin Islands that has been very successful, especially where bananas are concerned, and also other non-crops. And the demand for our local produce it has really been increased. What we have to ensure as a country we work on is the consistency and the reliability of supply. The markets are there.
You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
Introducing the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app, available for download from the Google Play Store, One Mobile Market, and the Government of Dominica's website. Access to all ministries and sub-departments' phone, email and office addresses and websites. Simply select a ministry and the sub-department. You can dial directly from the app or save the numbers to your phone contacts. It's convenience at your fingertips. Is my passport ready for pickup? Good. It really works. Download the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app today.
Welcome back. The Honorable Prime Minister of Dominica, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, has extended the country's condolences on the death of over 100 people in China as a result of recent flooding. On June 14, heavy rainfall began across southern China, triggering deadly floods. Over the following month, additional rainstorms exacerbated flooding, affecting more of the country. An estimated 32 million people across 26 provinces were affected and 186 people were killed. 700,000 acres of cropland were destroyed, with state damage estimates of around US $5.73 billion.
China, like Dominica, is a very vulnerable country, and you are subjected to a wide range of natural disasters. And the death of over 150 people was rather unfortunate, and we want to publicly, on behalf of the government and people of Dominica, express our condolences to the family and to the government and people of China. When we have, as a country, friends like China who are standing with us, we have to reciprocate that level of friendship to them. And this is why this government will always stand in solidarity with the government and people of the People's Republic of China on matters which affect its national interest and its national security.
The Honorable Prime Minister also used the opportunity to assure the Chinese ambassador of Dominica's complete support of the One China policy. The One China policy refers to the view that there is only one state called China, despite the existence of two governments that claim to be China. As a policy, this means that countries seeking diplomatic relations with the People's Republic of China must break off official relations with the Republic of China and vice versa.
We believe that there is but one China, and we have always offered our assistance in the peaceful reunification of the whole of China. We also want to say publicly, express our views on the recent decision of the International Tribunal, and our view is that the tribunal's decision was rather unfortunate, having only listened to one side of the matter and the decision taken. Our hope is that that matter can be reviewed and all sides can be heard on this matter and a sensible decision arrived at.
Dominica established relations with the People's Republic of China on the 31st of March 2004. The Dominica leader declared that he is extremely satisfied with the level of friendship which exists between the two countries.
The level of importance which the leadership, the successive leaderships of the PRC have placed on Dominica is extraordinary. And this is a country which is a permanent member in the UN Security Council. This is a country that has a veto vote at the United Nations Security Council. But that notwithstanding of its size of the economy, the second largest economy in the world, the level of importance which they ascribe to a small country called Dominica, it is not something that you see frequently in international diplomacy. And China ascribes no less importance to Dominica than it ascribes to any developed country in the world. And we want to thank you, Excellency, your government, publicly for that level of support.
To date, the People's Republic of China has assisted with the construction of the National Stadium, the State House, a new wing of the Dominica Grammar School, the Dominica State College, the Newtown Primary School, the York Valley Bridge, most recently the West Coast Road Rehabilitation Project, among several others. And the Yes We Care program, an initiative of the Honorable Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit, has been touching the lives of hundreds of Dominicans for 7 years. With the growing need for care island-wide, supervisors assigned to the 7 districts have seen caregivers go above and beyond the call of duty to ensure that those in their care receive the best that the program has to offer. GIS News spoke with a few supervisors who appealed for the continuation and the growth of the program. Supervisor of the Grand Bay District, Sylviane Bellot, believes that the Yes We Care program is prolonging the life of the elderly.
If it wasn't for the Yes We Care program, a lot of our elderly or senior citizens would have died already. Because working with the Yes We Care as a supervisor, oh my God, I don't know what some of our elderly people would do. The daily care, right? You wash, you cook, you do errands, you run errands for them, right? No, you get a food supply every month. That is the important thing. Every month, and the clients receive their food supplies for them to. And if it wasn't that, my dear, I don't know what some of our people would do. So this program is a very good and important program for Dominica.
Bellot commended the caregivers for going the extra mile.
My caregivers are very good and hard-working caregivers. Very hard-working caregivers. And something I appreciate with them, they communicate with their supervisor. Because communication is the key of the job. Because if you are not communicating with one another, you know, for example, I'll give you an example. I was on leave in May. And while I'm on leave, I'm still working. You know, sometimes the client, the caregiver will call me, Mrs. Bellot, you know, such person, Mr. Oscar, pressure is high, I'll go up to take more, you know. Mr. Oscar don't have pamper, I will go down in the office and get pamper for him. So we communicate well, very well, and they work so well. They work on time, you know, and I appreciate their work.
Supervisor for the Roseau North District, Alder Medir, shared similar sentiments.
Sometimes we do work on weekends. They have vacation leave, and some of them come to work every day, just because they know, because knowing that if you do not come to change that bed linen, it will stay there till after you come out on leave. Or you know, on weekends that person will not get a meal, so they tend to work on weekends or work after hours and so on, just to see that they have a meal and they are well taken care of.
Meanwhile, Supervisor of the Lapland District, Royan Stevenson, hopes that more clients will be added to the program.
I think that some of the committees could have more people. Like Reverse Zurich has only 2, Lapland has only 2, Daly's has 4, and Grand 4. There could be more people. I have now like 2 assessments pending to accept on the program, so now I'm waiting on that.
Currently, there are 151 clients being cared for by the Yes We Care program. Let's now join Kadisha St. Louis for a recap of the week's headline stories.
Welcome to this week's edition of Flashback. In the headlines this week, the Dominica Air and Seaports Authority DASPA is emphasizing that all taxi drivers must have a permit from the authority. Head of DASPA, Benoit Badwil, stressed that the taxi driver's permit for the Douglas Charles Airport does not apply to private vehicles. Chapter 4701 of the Melvin Hall Regulation states that any person wishing to conduct business at the airport must have the approval of the airport manager. The Dominica Association of Teachers and the Ministry of Education have collaborated with the Canadian Teachers Federation to facilitate another summer workshop. The 2-week workshop, which commenced on Monday, July 11th, affords teachers across the island the opportunity to further develop their skills and build on prior knowledge. Also this week, the National Cultural Council and the Division of Culture joined forces with numerous stakeholders for the successful staging of this year's Emancipation Day celebrations. August 1st, 2016 will mark the 182nd anniversary of the abolition of slavery in Dominica and the 200th anniversary of the death of Jacko, Dominica's paramount Maroon chief. On July 12, the GIS News visited the Kempinski Resort site, where work is progressing smoothly. On Wednesday, Honorable Minister for Health, Dr. Kenneth Daru, revealed that the green light has been given for the construction of the new state-of-the-art Princess Margaret Hospital. This is following a contract signing on December 11, 2015, between the Ministry of Health and the Hunan Construction Engineering Group of the People's Republic of China for the new hospital. The community of Pichle will soon boast of not only a fully refurbished basketball court, but state-of-the-art scoring equipment as well as shot clocks. At the handing over ceremony on Thursday, the Dominica Lottery Commission donated more than $15,000 to the Pichle Sports Club. The People's Republic of China has made yet another major investment in the economic development of Dominica, this time through the rehabilitation of the West Coast Road. A ceremony to witness the exchange of letters for the commencement of the West Coast Road Rehabilitation Project was held at the Financial Center on Thursday. These were some of the headline stories making the news this week. For details of each of these stories and others, visit our website or Facebook page. Back to you, Jarna.
Thank you, Kadisha. Coming up next, your Creole highlights with McPherson and Luce.
Alors tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson and Luce. Premièrement, l'occasion basketball hardcore Pichelin qui a avancé sur une donation de $15,000 qui Dominica National Lottery Bayo pour procurer équipement. Présentation, l'agence là prend place pendant une cérémonie. Ainsi, l'occasion là, gérée. Officier Dominica National Lottery Sam Martin fait présentation là pour Mam Sports Club Pichelin Yannick Registre. En même temps, Mam Parlement Honorable Dr. Kenneth Darrow, oui monsieur Dominica National Lotteries pour donation là.
Premièrement, je voulais remercier National Lotteries Commission, Dominica Lotteries Commission pour cadeau ça, yo baram Pichelin Sports Club, ça c'est un cadeau en plus qui $15,000. Et bien l'agence nous a servi pour gagner, ça nous a créé un basket electronic scoreboard et shot clocks. Et bien c'est bité ça là, c'est bité nous a créé qui enhance un code là que aujourd'hui que nous a développé. Et bien je voulais remercier, je voulais aussi remercier un minister of finance, Prime Minister, because hodam $15,000 ça là nous a espéré un lot $25,000 qui supposé déjà à Kong là et qui là c'est l'autre jour un jour des jours encore. Et ben ça là c'est ça là nous calpons pour développer ça nous créer washroom facilities et ben un petit area à sous gauche pour ces scorers là et ben c'est officiel là nous le game.
Selon Honorable Darrow, plan là c'est pour développer facilité là et puis au standard.
Because l'idée c'est que nous voulons développer code ça pour venir en première basketball court à Dominique. Et bien nous savons que Falcons, Fashion and Falcons, ça c'est basketball team hot Pichelin. Ils ont fait extrêmement bien dans la ligue là. Et bien c'est un groupe jeune homme qui n'a pas talent. Moi, extremely comme member of parliament pour représenter Pichelin, moi extremely proud of you. Et ben moi quand changé de 3 ans de passé là, yo joindre avec moi yo request yo dit moi ça yo voulait faire, yo voulait record ça développer ça premier coin et ben nous a sorti la note pour la nous aujourd'hui et ben comme des plans c'est pour développer juste ne pas ça développer plus encore. Et ben moi crois que ça a fait bien pour village Pichelin, Pichelin c'est un village qui quiet mais nous pas dire que Pichelin a changé mais ça nous croit que Pichelin qui vient les map là monde qui vient ici là ni go game et stimuler la local économie Pichelin. C'est moi voulais remercier ces bougs là montagne de dire que remercier moi pour believe pourquoi you believe in them. Mais moi aussi les remercier because yo pas jamais perdre la foi à moi et ben moi toujours promettre tout le temps que nous ça nous a fait qu'on nous développer et ben moi très satisfait au la nous aujourd'hui.
La nouvelle ça fait qu'à concerner manière teacher qu'à manager et puis étudiant en salle de classe l'école ça ou que class management ça autant important. Selon le ministère de l'Éducation, Honorable Peter Saint-Jean, ça bien important pour le développement de ces étudiants-là.
Il est bien important pour nous comprendre que si nous avons pour succès en éducation, qui professeurs, teachers de l'école, en droit, essayer de faire tout ça qui est possible pour manager la classe. Mais ouais, ce n'est pas quelque chose qui est tombé du ciel. nous ni pour éduquer yo et instruire yo en de différentes manières qui yo ça manager classe là pour yo manager ces élèves là. Nous en ministre éducation nous ka mettre en lot attention à ça puisque nous peut dire si ou pas une bonne stratégie pour manager ces étudiants là travail qui en vain.
La nouvelle People's Republic of China, ils font encore qu'à faire une autre contribution pour le développement Dominique. Pour ça, la réhabilitation pour chemin West Coast, qui était bien dommagé par Erika. Il y a une cérémonie pour finaliser le rangement entre China et puis Dominique, pour place en l'occasion gouvernement Géry. Premier ministre Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerritt, qui a gardé le projet ça là comme une contribution bien significante pour l'économie Dominique. Et puis faire commitment gouvernement pour continuer à supporter China. Bagay pour oui bâtir pont, miroir en parmi d'autres que oui bâtir. Premier ministre a dit depuis Erika frappé, China c'était premier set gouvernement qui offre assistance pour la Dominique. Honorable Skerritt dit ça c'est vraiment bonne relation là que Dominique a joué et puis China. Et de tout ça, People's Republic of China offre Dominique, you can change pour mettre à you. Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles en créole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est McPherson, Luce.
Before we leave, here is one announcement. All pensioners, including persons receiving the non-contributory social pension assistance, are requested to submit a life certificate to the Treasury Department before July 22nd. The form can be obtained at the Treasury Office in Roseau, the sub-treasuries in Portsmouth and Marigot, or on the government website dominica.gov.dm. Coming up next, one good reason to read every day. Reading daily leads to improved memory. When you read a book, you have to remember an assortment of characters, their backgrounds, ambitions, history, and nuances, as well as the various arcs and subplots that weave their way through every story. Amazingly enough, every new memory you create forges new synapses or brain pathways and strengthens existing ones, which assists in short-term memory recall. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is also available on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I'm Jarna Hector. Thank you for watching and have a great weekend.